ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to I Like Pie Gaming. And I got a new toy. I love my toys. But anyway, so been doing a lot of miniatures lately. If you've been looking at my channel, mostly Age of Sigma, Warhammer. I was thinking of doing some of the Lord of the Rings ones, but we'll see. We'll see. I have a limited budget for miniatures, and right now I think I've got 20 in one box. I think it's 52 in the other, or 32. I think it's done the same. See, 190 cannon, 2 Evercores, 3 Castigators, 5 Sequidors, Celestar, Ballistas, what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 10 Chain Grasp, that's 22. 5 Glaveweed Stalkers, that's 27. 4 Grimhearth Reapers, so that's 31, and a Lord Executioner, so that's... So I got 32 in there. I got 20 in another. And I'm still working on these ones. Which I still got another 5 to do. So anyway, because I like to ramble and get right off topic. So for my base coats and everything, I used to use one of these ones. It's the ones where the thingy goes in there and then the air pressure goes up there and it sucks the paint up there and it sprays the paint. It was alright. I mean, it wasn't fantastic. I could do a better base coat with a brush and probably use less paint. Because one of the problems I found with that was it would basically leave paint, it would leave like ½ inch of paint in the container. In which case, you're losing paint anyway. And let's face it, paint's not exactly cheap. Hell, this whole hobby isn't exactly cheap. So with that, if you like to leave a comment and like or subscribe, help me move up, get me more exposure, so I can have a better hobby. But anyway, can you believe I'm almost 40 and I act like a child? So anyway, so I was hanging around on Wish. I mean, my friend and I basically sit on Wish and we just look up the weirdest crap that we can. Like, did you know there's a 27.5 inch dildo on Wish? It is like the size of an arm. And it's like 8 inches thick. $40, by the way. Doesn't seem like a bad price. We're gonna get it and we're gonna stick on the hood of his car and we're gonna drive around with it. But we decided not to, but I'm off topic again. Because I do that. So anyway, I was looking on Wish. And the hobby stores here in the city, I mean, I think I found 2. I found one where I can get my actual models from. Or I get my actual miniatures from. And there's another one that's basically like the model tanks and planes and that. But anyway, they had an airbrush there that was one of the ones with the compressors. And they wanted like $250 for it. And it was like, you what? And I was looking them up online, and a lot of them were like $150, $200. And I was looking on Wish, I found one on there for like $30. And it was like, apartment living. It's great. But at least that kid has stopped running 6 hours of back and forth. Just run. But anyway, I remember those days when my kid was like that young. But again, rambling off again on another subject. So anyway, so I brought it, and I was like, it probably won't be that good. For like $30, it's not going to be that good. Either the compressor's going to come and it's not going to work, or it's just going to be a big load of BS. It's not going to spray properly. I've got to turn that off. Nobody messages me all day. Like, my friend messages me at 6:15 every night to see if I want to go for coffee. And that's basically the only message I get all day. Except for when I'm trying to do something like this. And then it is just friends or just family. Which, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning down in Australia. So my family's not going to be bothering me right now. I made a decision to live on the other side of the world from my family. That's yeah. But that's a whole nother story. So anyway, what am I now? I'm like 6 minutes into this and I haven't even showed you my new toy. So anyway, excuse my crotch. So this is what a Wish airbrush looks like. I mean, it's not too bad. It's actually got weight to it. There's like no plastic in it. You'd think coming from China being cheap. But look, all that is like, where's the camera? All of it's like steel. I've already been playing with it to try to get it. I mean, even the reservoir is a decent size. Like, it is probably 2 inches deep. So, the only problem I found is the nozzle here. This bit here. When you're spraying, it will fill up with paint, and then when you put it back in there, the paint will just run all over the place. But with my little thingy here, see if we can get this. This is my paint booth. My paint booth it's an Amazon Prime box, believe it or not. Where did you go? There you are, you're hanging up. So this is one of them. Hanging up there. Now this is noisy as crap. Here's a problem. Yeah, now it's not going to work for me. I found that this is really finicky. Come on. There you go. It is super finicky. But I mean, it is Chinese. But as you can see, just from that, it actually gave it a pretty decent base coat. But this is what I was talking about. It just fills right up. So you basically got to pull the end off, and I'll turn that off. So you basically got to pull the end off and get paint all over you. That's it. Drop it on your freaking pants, Adrian, because you're good like that. And I'll show you just how much paint gets in there. That is my only problem with this. I've had no problems so far. As I said, it's been a little finicky trying to get it to the right spray settings, so to say. Even getting the paint mix to the right settings has been a little... You're going to have basically the consistency of milk. Any thicker than that and it just sprays goopy. Any thinner than that and it just like drips off the miniature. So anyways, that's my new toy. If you're looking for an air gun, but you don't want to spend the exorbitant rates, especially if you're in an area like me where they think that they can just overcharge you ridiculously, have a look on Wish, because God, this is what I was talking about. You see the white? That's all paint that can run out. But if you are looking for one like this and you don't want to pay the price, and especially if you're an amateur and you're not paying friggin' $400 or $500 for a friggin' airbrush like my cousin, and you just want something cheap to play around with, not bad. They go for around $30, $40, $50 on Wish with the compressor. So, I mean, the compressor it's a big block. The power cord for it is like super small, so you do have to deal with that. That's a bit of a problem. Such a tiny compressor. But I said, if you're looking for something just for fun, the ones on Wish are not too bad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for visiting I Like Pie Gaming. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment. Everything helps. Try to get me a little bit of exposure. Share me around. Treat me like I'm on from the corner. Just share me around. Have a good one.